everybody, welcome to Lisa's Art Room. Today we're going to be working some more on my rescued trash junk journal. I can never remember the name I named it. I'm going to get you guys pulled up. We are live on Facebook if you see the little red button at the top left. If not, you're catching a replay. Thank you for letting me know the sound is good, Dawn. I appreciate that. Let's see if I can find y'all. Okay. Hello. Keeps cutting out on my end. Hopefully it doesn't keep doing that. All right. I didn't want these. Okay, let's see. So, it's our journal. Pages are falling out. Got 3 signatures in there. And today, I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe some pockets. We're just going to start decorating. But I've got the 3 signatures all ready to go. And I might talk about some charms too, because I did some charms over the weekend. So let's go ahead and get this camera pulled up top so y'all can see everything in the right direction, and we'll get started on this. I don't know if they're ever going to fix this flip thing. Okay, I think it's straight. Not quite. Which way does it need to go? This way? Catch up. Nope, that was the wrong way. That way. It's backwards. There. I've tried to make it straight because some people are really bugged if the lines are crooked. I don't know why, but they are. So I try. Okay, let's see. So I'm working with an injury. Just ignore the big old band-aid. Rotary cutters are not my friend. I don't even know how I did it, but I almost sliced the end off my finger. So, when you're using your rotary cutter, be very careful. And I know this, and I say it to myself 100 times. But somehow, yesterday, I was cutting some thin strips of paper, had my thumb sitting there, going along the edge. It's not out, by the way. Going along the edge, and it just skipped up and went right over my thumb. I was like, oh, I screamed. And I'm sure there were a few choice words in there too. And then I'm like bleeding all over the place. My husband's sleeping, and I'm trying to like bandage myself. And so I finally just went and banged on his door and woke him up. I was like, Dave, I'm bleeding to death. Come rescue me. So we got me bandaged up, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. I think it just really bled a lot, but I just sliced a good, 1/2-inch slice in it. So yeah, be careful with those things. They are crazy dangerous. But, leave it to me to cut myself, because if it can be done, I'm going to do it. I am the one. Oh, let's see. So I made some charms. I'm going to touch on base on that first, because I want to do a couple with you before we get to the charm part. Because I do want you to know, because I do them all the time, and I haven't really touched base on it a lot. But I found some really cute things for charms for this one. Some magazine cutouts. So I want to show you what I did, and then I'm going to do one with this just to kind of show you. I'm trying to find some cardstock. let's see, where is my holder? So if you're doing, a junk journal and you don't want to use any bought stuff other than tools, paints, tools, that's almost always necessary. I mean, I suppose you could make your own, flower based glues and stuff and really get crazy, but yeah, we're not doing that. So using normal tools, we're using glossy accents for these. You could also use resin if you use resin. I don't touch resin. It's too scary to me. I don't know. I've heard too many people about getting lung damage, and I don't know. I just don't trust resin. So I don't mess with it myself. But I know there are safer ones and all that stuff. All right. I have some scrap. Here. That should be thick enough. All right. So don't shake your glossy accents. I have a big word on there. Do not shake. And I try to shake it all the time. I have to catch myself, and you just want to roll it. Because if you shake it, it gets air bubbles, and then you have to fight with the air bubbles, and that's no fun. So I found these. These were just some little circle flowers in my Other Nature, Mother Earth News, whatever it is, magazine. And then this was in my artist, it's scrapbook.com magazine. Tim Holtz has a lot of his ads in there. But that was in there. And I was looking at them and I was like, you know what? Those are perfect for charms. And they really are. They're super cute. I can barely. My brain isn't working right today. Oh, I was looking for a hole punch. I was like, what am I looking for? I'm looking for something. What size did I use? Is it this one? I think that's it. So it's kind of in between my two sizes that I have. I have a 3/4 and I have a 1 inch. I really needed like a 5/8, but I didn't have that, so I went with the 3/4. It was the best fit. And just pick the one you want. We'll just use this marigold here. So let's cut it out. And then you'll need something to back it with, some sort of a cardstock. It doesn't have to be super thick because the glossy accents adds a decent amount of bulk. So this is just, I'd say 160? I don't remember. I think that's what it is. And I'm sure I have some of these somewhere, but I'm not going to dig for them right now. All right. So for this one, what I did, so I think I have some of these cut up already. I got to find them. I cut out a row because there was like a row at the bottom here that didn't have this 20 years thing on it. So I just used that whole row, and I know I have some left. I hope. That was the plan, but sometimes that doesn't work. Let me see if I can figure out where I stuck them. They were originally in there, I think. Getting quite a stash of stuff. So organizing all of your stuff when you're doing a junk journal, honestly, is pretty challenging. And you know how organized I can be. Let's see if I can find. It might be in there. They look like they're all done already, but I thought I had one. Let me see if there's. These little flowers from the LaCroix, is that how you say it? LaCroix? I don't know. LaCroix? Let me see. Where'd you put it? My goodness. All right, you just had it 10 seconds ago, girl. Right here. Somewhere. There it is. I buried it. How do you say it, guys? You'll have to help me with pronunciation. Anyway, this stuff. Spring water stuff. LaCroix. I think it's LaCroix, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I cut out some little flowers from it because the cherry blossom was really cute and it had these little flowers. They would be good for this too. I might do one. See if I can find a smaller one. I even cut out the label that says cherry blossom because it was cute. Let me see. Maybe this little one here. Yeah, let's do that one. It's already thick, so I won't have to back that one. All right, we'll only do 3 because I don't want to get stuck doing that. All right, I'm going to hope that one of those are in there because I didn't want to cut that page up more, but I might if I have to. I don't really have to because you'll get the idea when I do this. But let's see. Do I have any in here? Or are these all done? I think these are all done. So here's some I did. I do want to do one though. I can't work my thumb. It's so hard to work with a big old band-aid on. Yeah, I don't have any here. Now, I know there was like 20 of them, so I've got them somewhere. In an envelope, probably. Somewhere. Possibly in the line still. That could be what I did. Alright, I'm going to peek real quick. Try not to take all day doing it. See if I see the thingies. So I wanted to show you how I did it. I might just, I'll just cut another one because I don't see it. I have so much stuff, guys. It's starting to kind of, this is my pile of magazines. I mean, look at it. There's a ton of stuff in here. Just a ton, which is good. I mean, I've got a lot to work with, but when you try to find one thing that you saw last week and then you don't know where you put it, then it's a whole other story. All right, we're just going to use the sheet. I'm not going to use this whole thing anyway. It's too big. Let's just pick this pink one up here. I'll pick this one. It's cute. Now, what I did is I just glued the whole row down all at once, so I didn't have to cut each one individually, but we're not going to do that either. So let me show you what they look like. They're really cute. So here's what they look like. Got little holes. This was just a teapot magazine image, and then I drew a teapot on the other side. Did I flip it? Yeah. I drew a teapot on the other side, so it kind of matches. And these were the flowers. So these little distress inks, so that's what they look like. Got a little hole in there. And then on the back, I found the color, colored it in, and drew that black line that's around there. Aren't they cute? They're so cute. Actually, I'm really happy with how they turned out. So I'm just going to take a piece of this and work with my finger. All right, we're going to glue this on here first. And you can use just about any of your glues, art glitter. Even, honestly, you could even probably use a glue stick because you're going to cover it with glossy accents and that will seal it quite well. But Fabri-Tac on magazine images wrinkles the least. So I would highly suggest considering using Fabri-Tac. It also takes the longest to dry, but that's okay. We're just going to, I'm only going to do one side because I can't do both sides anyway. Oops. Okay. Do that one. These that are thicker. Why it feels thicker, but it does. You can use just art glitter too. I don't know if I can do it with my finger. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and see if I can do it. I just want to show you that you can use either. So what I typically do is put the glue on the cardstock. And you can glue the whole thing to whatever you're doing and then cut out the circles after. Usually your hole punch will go through, you know, a medium weight cardstock, okay? Because the magazine image adds very little, honestly. Okay. So there's the circle one. Now this one, I'm just going to leave it plain. If you have another image, you could put it on the back. Or you could use a printed, like this one. I use that Yogi Tea box. I don't know if y'all get the Yogi Tea. Sometimes the Yogi Tea is real pretty inside. And that's what I used on those. So they're a little pretty thick. But we're not going to do this one that thick. That's okay. And this one I'm just going to use like it is. I could put something on there. Make it a little prettier. Maybe I'll just color it pink. We'll just color it pink. Where is some pink? I guess I could do ink. I was debating because I don't want to wait for paint to dry. Just use ink. Normally I would probably use archival ink, but Glossy Accents doesn't tend to move it around that much. I haven't had an issue with it anyway. Pick it up. I'm just going to put a little pink on there just so it's not cardboard. I could even color, honestly, I could make it look like a flower if I wanted. Probably with a Posca pen or something, I don't know. But we'll just leave it. I'm not going to go that detailed for this because I just want to show you how to do it. Which pen was this? Faber-Tech. Get in there. All right, what else did I need to glue? That's glued, that's glued, that doesn't need glue. All right, so this happens to be spun sugar. I do not have spun sugar, but we're going to use Kitsch Flamingo. It's close enough. So all I'm going to do is take this. The last one, I think I did it on a white paper, and it honestly a white cardstock, so the colors probably was a little more true to color, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, I'm just going to put a little of that color on there so it's kind of the color. No one's going to look at it that close. And then I'm going to cut it out. It's a cute little shape. So I don't want to take too long on these. Okay, cut it out. Throw that away. Put my ink up. Get in there. All right, and then I want to hole punch it. So what I tend to do is figure out where I want the hole. Oh, this one needs to go in here. I'm just going to set this aside. Put my glue lid on before it dries out. Okay, so I figure out where I want the hole, and then I just put a little dot. Don't get too close to the outside or it won't be strong enough when you're putting a jump ring through it. Just pick a spot. We're just going to go right here. Okay, and then for this little distress one, I'm going to just go in this top corner up here, about like there. And this one can just go right here. And then find your little hole in your whole crocodile. If you have a single one, just get a really small punch. You don't need anything super big. Use a light to find your little mark. And poke a hole in it, okay? And this one. All right. And then what I do is, this is just a candy thing from some sort of candy. I don't know what it was. Ghirardelli or something. And I've got pens in it. It happens to be 2 of them. But that's just because one got so poked it wasn't working anymore, so I added the other one. And then you just take them and you find a way to stick them on here. The one I just got for Valentine's is a little bit wider bases, so I think it'll work a little bit better. But I haven't finished eating the candy, so we're using this one. So I just stick one of the pins in the hole, and then I stick one on each side to try to keep it from moving around too much, like that. Okay, and then let's pick another one that's not, there's only a few of these that aren't super pointy. I like this instead of just putting it flat on, say, my silicone mat or something, because if any's on the edge, it doesn't build up on that edge so much. It just kind of stops. It's different. I don't know why, but it is, by not having it touching anything. Because on these, it's not really, the edges aren't touching anything. They're just kind of floating there. I'll do this one. But you get the idea. Just put a few pins. I usually put like 3. Okay? Then all you do is take your glossy accents. We'll zoom in on one, and I'll try to see in camera. So, and you can use a pokey tool if you need to. It does help sometimes to hold it still. Like a little pokey tool. Okay, and you just squeeze it on there. Now, be generous, because it will level out, and sometimes you won't think you've missed a spot, but you do. So be a little more generous than you think you need to. I've been using this bottle for a long time, and I've made many, many sets of charms out of it. So it does go a long ways. So I just spread it out on there, go around the little loop, make sure you've got the loop. And then I kind of look at it from the edge and see if there's any air bubbles. If there's any air bubbles, I try to get them out just by sometimes just tapping it like that. And I make sure it's all the way to the edge. Okay. And then just go to the next one. Oh, I forgot to draw on that one. Here, let me do that real quick. I want to show you how I did that. So it was like that, and then you've got the color. This one doesn't match because it's not white, but that's okay. It's fine. You'll get the idea anyway. All right, and then I just took my marker, and I just faked it. Put some little edges on here. It's hard to do holding it in my hand, but you'll get the idea. Am I in screen? I'm looking at it, not the screen, so hopefully I'm in screen. I saw something pop up. Oh, it must have been a comment. Okay. And then it just kind of looks like the back of a case. So it's similar. The others look better because they're on white, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm just letting y'all know how to do this so you can have fun and do some. All right, so let's poke this guy back on here. All right, that's pretty good. So, some glossy accents on there. It's a little tricky getting around my pens, but it works. And like I said, if it doesn't look like it's going to the edge, I just use my little tool. Make sure you clean this with some alcohol or something after. Or you can even wash it, because it's water soluble when it's wet. It's permanent when it's dry. Okay, so there's that one. And they're real cloudy. When it goes on, don't freak out. It clears up. So the biggest rules are don't shake it and try to make sure you coated everything, because if you leave little holes, you'll have to do a second coat to fill the holes in. And it's rare that I miss a spot like that. It happens, but I've kind of been doing it long enough that I can kind of tell if I've got the whole thing. Usually the hole that I've punched is fine. I haven't had one fill in on me. It usually just spreads out around it and it's fine. Okay, let it dry. It usually takes about, in an hour, it's usually touchable. And then I would say go like at least 3 hours before you try to flip it and do the other side. That's what I do. And then I just do the other side and take them off and they're done. It's not that hard. It's pretty easy. So on your little glossy accents thing, make sure you tap it down and then have yourself some sort of a needle. I have this floral wire and this corkscrew cork, and I just poke that in there to make sure it's clear. Okay. So that's it. That's how you make those little charms. They're fun. They're really easy. They seem pretty durable. So make yourself some charms. All right, let me set this over here, out of my way. I'm going to zoom back out because I don't need to be that close. I have something on my, oh, I know what it is. I have something on my Band-Aid. It's the alcohol from the alcohol pad. Okay, so charms done. Very easy. You can do with any magazine image, any piece of cardboard image, just about, gosh, so much stuff. I did the loyalty card ones. There's a whole video on that. Kim says she's late. What's this? I was making charms. I'll show you the charms real quick that I've misplaced already. Oh, there we go. I was making charms. You can go back and watch the replay, hon. But I was making these. Okay, there I am. So just little charms out of magazine images. Some are backed on my Yogi box, Yogi tea, and some are just backed on cardstock. But aren't they cute? So much fun. So, all right, charms. So the Yogi box looks like this. See? Isn't that pretty? When I say Yogi, I mean Yogi tea. Here, I probably have one sitting here. Yeah, I got a whole stack of tea. Let's see. Probably one in here. Yeah, there's a couple in here. See? Every now and then you'll open up a tea box and it will be cool like that. They're not always. Sometimes they're just plain. But I've opened a few that were like that with a pretty design on them. I opened one the other day and it had like a floral design on it. I don't remember which brand that was. It's around here somewhere. I'm sure we'll use it sooner or later probably. But save your stuff. Okay. So we're just going to kind of play around with making some, I think some sort of a tag. Maybe, well, we'll make a pocket first. I did a writing board, guys. I wanted to see how it would work with the magazine image because it can be tricky because of the gluing it. This is what I did. It's not too bad. I put matte medium on it, and then after that dried, I put beeswax on it. Because the matte medium made it too matte, and it just wasn't looking as pretty. But the beeswax helped. So that's the writing board. I will either use this one or make another one. I don't know. It was kind of my test, so we'll see if I make another one or not. I have lessons on that too, somewhere. Oh, let's see. What can we do? Pockets. So let's find a spot. This has a mind of its own. And don't want to do that yet. I might just kind of start at the beginning. What is my beginning? Some Amazon packaging. All right, let's look at my ones I made. Where did I hide them? Are they in a container? Packaging pieces, pockets. They are in a container. Okay. All right, so here's what I have. Some of these are made, some are not, but a lot of them are. Let's start with one of these. All right, I might put a pocket here. I haven't decided. But for right now, I'm going to just start on the inside. So I've got lemon drops. I've got, these might be good on the outside. I wonder if they're big enough. Let's see. Where's my spine? My spine is about there. They're actually about the right size. They're a little small if I wanted to use them for the pocket for the writing board, but I've got the top pockets that I made, so we don't need them for that. I might use them. I can also back them on something longer if I need to. But I think with my spine, it goes to about there. Yeah, I could go another 1/4 of an inch longer if I wanted. So, I'll think about that. I don't know if I want to put that there. All right, so lemon drops could possibly go there. The onions, I did one of these. What else do you got? I like these lemon drops. Haven't done these yet. These I'll probably sew on to something off camera just because it's just easier just to go ahead and do that sewing part. It's literally me just sewing it to a piece of either cardboard or packaging or something. It's nothing too fancy. That's a tea bag that I cut. I think I was going to try to make a pocket or something. Maybe a belly band. Just cut the instructions on it. I think it was the other half of this. Yeah, it was the other half of that. And this label was turned the other way, and I turned it. I took it off with the heat gun and put it back on because I wanted this to be a pocket sideways. And it didn't work for me that way. So I just moved the label. Sometimes you can get them to come off, sometimes you cannot. So it's just going to depend on your item. I could use this. It's already got a pocket there. Might put it on another page. Where would that go? That's really thick. That's medium thick. It's so slippery. The magazine images are very slippery. Looking at the colors, it's just pinks and greens. I don't want to cover the whole thing. I think I'll just put it on a plain page. I guess I could put it on this Amazon packaging page because there's nothing there anyway. The question is, do I want a big pocket like that on the first page? Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe I want to put a pocket like that on the side, in the back. Do I have another big one? Don't, but I could probably make one. Possibly. No, I don't think I'll do a full page one. So, I don't know. I'm indecisive today, guys. Sorry. There's already that pocket there. I'm not sure if I like it. It's kind of short. Debating on keeping it or not keeping it. I think I'll keep it for now. Okay, put it on this Whole Foods one. Where's the other half of that? But it's so cute. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to wait on this. I don't know where I'm going to put that. I'm going to do something smaller. This avocado one might look good there. I think I was going to do this as a belly band. I left it on there just to see if I wanted to do a flip out, but I think I'm just going to do a belly band with it. Maybe I'll put that there. The colors look good together. Alright, let's put that there. We'll do that. Let's stick that there. What else can I do? Let's do... And then I'll have to make a tag. I'm thinking it's probably safer for me to concentrate on 1 or 2 pockets at a time. I still need to sew that to something. But this orange, we're going to put orange. Ooh, that might look on the front. It's got that orange color. How big is that? It's not quite wide enough. I don't guess it has to be the whole width. I mean, it definitely doesn't have to be the whole width. But that's just me overthinking it. Be you. Do you have anything in that color? Also not sewed down yet. Lemon. The blue and the yellow kind of look good. I put that there. All right, let's just concentrate on those for now. We'll do something with that. Put these up. Put these 2 signatures up. Probably should start making a plan, because otherwise it'll take me a year to get through this. Over here. Don't need this right now. Okay, so let's start with this because this is pretty straightforward. So it's a Whole Foods bag. I'm going to turn this into a belly band. Let's see, how shall I do that? I think I'll just cut it with the thing. I'm afraid to cut anything, guys. When you cut yourself like that for a while, you kind of get a little bit scared. At least I do. And I'm always worried I'll do it again. It's really not funny, but I'll try to be careful. I always think I'm being careful, but, you know. How tall is that? Okay. That's about. I don't want to make y'all nervous. Okay, that looks right. Alright, so this is going to be a belly band. I'm just going to stick that there because I think it looks good on the green. And glue. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right in front of me. Yeah, I don't think I'll snag. I'm going to be pretty generous on that glue because there's a lot of texture there. All right. try not to get glue on the page under it. Let me open it. I was worried I was going to squish it and it was going to go on the next page. I'll let it go on my table and then I'll clean it. Let's see if I can figure out where that was now. I think that's my center, right? Yep. Okay. So that can go there. Very simple belly band with packaging. And get this B. And I may do something with that bottom part. Maybe I'll make a double pocket right here. That might be cute because there's such a area there, or I'll find something to put there. It's a nice big area there. So this, I like the yellow and the blue, I think. Yeah. I'm just going to trim around this because I don't need all that. Looks a little bit crooked, but that's all right. Now, I'm going to leave this part here because it'll help the tag go in. If I cut it right there, it'll snag. So anytime you make a pocket like that, try to leave some at the top. It'll just make life easier. I think I'll do this. This side's a little uneven. Let's take a little bit off of there. I want to keep this. All right. Dave was like, "How'd you cut yourself?" I was like, "I don't know. Really, to this moment, I cannot figure it out because I really thought I had it, you know, on the edge correctly." It's like you never know how you do. Oh, that's so crooked. Girl, can't draw a straight line. Let me straighten this out. It doesn't have to be absolutely straight, but it's really crooked. Try to at least get it straight with that, because that's bothering me visually. Where'd it go? All right, there. Better. Okay, so put this here and we'll make a pretty tag to go in here. So I'm just going to glue it down. I'm not going to do a double. You could, if you wanted, just glue 3 sides, make a tuck here, tuck on top, but I'm just going to glue it straight to this. I don't need more pockets. This thing's going to have lots of pockets. Okay. Try not to glue my finger. I already had to change Band-Aid once today because I had wings. And of course, that was a challenge and a half. Put it on there. Okay. So I'm going to put this on. Scooch that so I can see the line. About there. Okay. And how is my kitten doing? He is good. He's mischievous. I can't let him out by himself, so he's in his crate. He has a very, very large, it's a German Shepherd crate from when we used to have a German Shepherd, that he's in with his litter box and his bed and all that stuff. So when I am not watching him, he's in that for right now because he eats everything. He tries to on every cord in the house, every phone, every thing on my desk. He is into everything. And so for his own protection, he's crated, but he seems to be fine in it. He's been crated since day one, you know, but yeah, he's in his crate right now. But yeah, I'll try to bring him in sometime and let you see him. Maybe I can have Dave grab him and do it once. He's getting big, so he's getting really big already. It's amazing how quickly he's getting big. I mean, he's at least doubled. All right, what can we make it a tag with? So I made some more tissue paper, which I kind of wanted to show you that too. Did I make any yellow? I don't know if I did. I know I made green. That might not look bad. Oh, here's a yellow. I just make some yellow. Awesome. All right, so I might use that, even both of those. So this is just tissue paper that I had left over from gifts, from Christmas, birthdays, whatever. In my family, we all do bags, and we go back and forth with our bags between each other. And my daughter, the last time we were over, she's like, you need to take all this tissue paper. She's like, I've got too much. I'm like, okay. So I took a bunch of tissue paper from her, so I've got a bunch of it. So tissue paper. Let me show you how to do that real quick, because I keep saying I'm going to and I haven't. It's not hard, but you just need, what colors do I have? I already have this blue, I have this green. We'll just do another blue. So I like to do 4 pieces when I do it, unless I'm doing like a page, and then I would do it longer, but I'm not doing pages. This is just for texture and for layering and stuff. I'm trying to find something to cut this with. You can just tear it, but I'm going to cut it. I'm just going to cut it. I would use my rotary, but that's typically what I cut this with, is rotary. I'm a little nervous. Wow. Okay, I'm just going to do it. I'll be fine. I'm not going to cut my finger again. Where's my ruler? Oh, there it is. Just go slow. I'll go slow. Okay. I'm just going to cut the end off because I'm being very cautious. So that's 2 pieces, and we'll get 4 out of that. Because there's no way to keep your hand in the back. Your ruler won't stay flat. That's why this is such a dangerous tool. Did it go through? Of course not. Why would it go through? That would make life easier. There. Okay. So, tissue paper. I call it tissue paper. I don't know if it has a name. I don't know if other people do it. I'm sure they do. But it's how I do it. So, something to glue on. I'm just using, this is a gator board, which is basically like foam core, except it's plastic instead of paper on the outside. But you could use anything, piece of wood, whatever. I just put it on that so I can move it. That's literally the only purpose. And some sort of a mat. It could be your Tim Holtz mat, if you have that, the craft mat, like that, or silicone or whatever. It's not a big deal. You can use cereal box liner. cereal box liner makes it shiny. And I do it with cereal box liner sometimes, but it does make it shiny. And this does not. And I did a little test too. Here. See how shiny? Not shiny. Okay, cereal box liner, the side that is on the plastic looks like that. But if you don't use the cereal box liner and you use either silicone or the Tim Holtz matte, it doesn't get shiny like that, which I like better. So I would suggest not using that. So I'm trying to show you things as I go, and then as we get more and more into this, I won't have to show you each technique, and we'll get more done. But for right now, because there's so many techniques I'm using, I am showing you. Okay, so we got matte medium, some sort of a container. We'll just use a paper plate. Okay, a little bit of matte medium, maybe more than that. Okay, I don't coat the first side, I just lay it down. A brush is what I use. It works best for this. This is just a flat Craft Smart. You get it at Michael's, they're cheap. And you just brush it on. It's sturdier than you think it is. It usually won't rip on you. You can try to get it as, flat, unair bubbly as you want. That's usually not a big deal though. Just go for it. Don't stress about it. Okay. If you get a whole bunch of big air bubbles in there, you might want to get those out, but not a big deal. Yeah, I got a really big one there. We'll get that one out. Okay. Then you just take your next sheet and throw it on top. Okay. And I usually just kind of go like this with my fingers. Don't use a tool like this, it'll rip. Okay. You could use a brayer probably, as long as the brayer didn't get sticky. If the brayer starts getting sticky, then that's going to rip too. So you're just safer just using your fingers. You'll end up with some glue all over you, but it washes off. I like the matte medium because it doesn't tend to stick to itself too bad. And if it does, you can put a little bit of powder on it and it's fine. But typically it doesn't. Some of the glues they just stick to themselves too bad when they're in a journal. And then you have issues with pages sticking. And if that happens, you could use the microglaze. You could use powder. Even beeswax after it's dry. Okay, so I usually do 4. 4 seems to be a good amount. It takes about, I don't know, maybe an hour or 2 to dry. It doesn't take a real long time. Okay, last little bit. Don't worry about your edges because you'll trim it later. Almost. I'm going to do I do one coat on top just to make sure it's sealed down. These aren't super heavy coats. These are fairly light coats. Okay? And then I just walk away from it, let it dry. That's it. Put your brush in water if you're not going to wash it immediately, and then wash it as soon as you can. Get all the glue out of it. Okay, mine's sitting in water. All right, so that's how you make that, and then it turns out when it's dry, like this. Okay, got nice texture, relatively thick. It will tear still. If you want to tear it, it'll still tear. Okay, so easy to make. Good use for leftover tissue paper. Okie dokie. So we're going to make a tag. let's see. I'm thinking, do I want a cardboard base and then some tissue paper probably? I might collage on it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to do like a little collage on it. And then I'll look through my pictures and see if I can find something fun. Alright, so where are my bases? I have a whole stack of bases sitting here somewhere. Okay, here's some. What do we got here? There's a plain one. Some sort of a packaging. I sanded the print off of it. We'll do this bluish one. It's got like a blue edge to it. I don't know what they were. I don't remember. Some sort of packaging, like this type of a packaging. It might have been a junk mail. It might have been a package that was like a Tim Holtz package or something. It wasn't, but I don't remember what it was. I sanded it a while back. Alright, so we'll use this. We'll cut it to size. Probably won't see much of that blue, but that's okay. I'll cut it to fit in there. It's going to cut off all that blue. Oh well. It doesn't really matter. We're going to add color back. It feels the equivalent of like a Tim Holtz package. Like, it almost feels like this Easy Bake thing. But weight-wise, it feels similar to these. But it's also about like this. This is from some cookie sheet I bought, which I'll use for something. So just so you know weight-wise what I'm using. Where'd my ruler go? There it is. Oh, got a hair. Go away, hair. Alright, let's see. How many inches is that? Probably 3 would be good. So, I'll just use my grid. I'm going to leave one side of this blue. Why not? So I'm just going to do a little tag. I could go probably a little bit bigger than 3. That's good. Let's go 3 1/4. About there. Okay. Yeah. That's a good size. That'll work. Okay. Because I'm going to put stuff on it, so I don't want it to be right to the outside because you need room for all that, any bulk you're going to add to it. So I think we're okay with that. Let's see. You go up there so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, let's think about colors. So we've got these 3 colors. I think these, because I'm kind of looking at what's on that page and what's on the next page. We've got a bee. Got lemons, some blues, yellows, greens. Did I have a lighter blue? I don't think I did. I might have tissue. Where's my texture one? I've got a texture one. Let's see what's in here. So these are just things that I found that are what I consider textures. It might be candy wrappers. It might be some embossed leftovers from, this is just on like a paper bag. I throw a piece of a paper bag I had left that I embossed. You know, just things, cardboard, faux craft paper that you know, crunched up a billion times. see what else in here. What colors? Browns. Got this wrapper. Tissue. And then I had a really pretty piece of tissue somewhere. Oh, I embossed one of those pieces of that IKEA wrapping tissue. Turned out okay. I might use that somewhere, but not on this. Doesn't match this. All right, I don't really see anything in there I like. I'll shove it back in there. So the brown's not bad. We'll keep that out for now. All right, let's look at our pictures. We gotta find a picture. I have a bee, but I think it's too big. I had this bee from an artist's, it was in one of my artist magazines. Pretty sure it was Stephanie Law. She did that bee. That was cute, but it's a little bit big for this tag. We'll use that somewhere else. What else do we got? Let's see if there's anything in here that matches. We'll start with these bigger ones and I'll look at the smaller ones. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna put on here. We got a bee. So I have these kind of organized by size for the most part. At some point I might organize them by piles of flowers and, you know, abstracts, or I don't know, you know, stuff. Flowers are pretty. I lost my tag. There it is. Checking the size. Could possibly put some of that on there. So that's a possibility. Let's set that there. Clocks. Right now it's kind of not super organized. It's mildly organized. I think I like the other one better. I have several flowers I know in here. No idea what that was. Corn, another flower. Oh, that's nice too. I like all that green. Kind of like that better. Does that look good on the blue or the green? I'm burying stuff. My colors back out here. Let's see. Not bad. Maybe a little better. Too much. Kind of like it on the green. I like it on the blue and the green. We might do a collage of those too. But it does look good. I like the way it fits on the tag better than the way this one fits on the tag. Now I could possibly just fussy cut that one, but this one already kind of fits the right direction. We'll get rid of a bunch of that lettuce and stuff. Roses, little chickies. This is in here. Get some Claude Monet in here. Cows. More cows. It's a lot of nature stuff. These aren't good colors. All right, I'm leaning toward that. Ooh, I did like that butterfly. I wonder if I could put him on the top somewhere. This is Stephanie Law too. She does some really cool looking mixed media art. Here's the small image of that. could have used that for a tag, but I didn't want it to be, that's just too much alike for my tastes. All right, I'm gonna go with this flower. And let's look at some of the, I want a butterfly or a bee, something for the top, and a label, I think. Where's my container? I know this is time consuming, but I don't really know another way to do it, so it is what it is. Let's see, we got a bunch of labels. Let's see what's in this one. There they are. Told you I had them saved. And they were backed on cardboard already. I need to put them in that container because that's where they were supposed to be. Now I don't see the container. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. I put them in it purposely so that I could show you. Okay. I knew I had them. All right, what do we got here? Too much. Too much, that's what we have. Let's see what, I want like a word or a label and a bee, I think. I have a lot of cute stuff in here. Oh, look at that little bird. You know I gotta use him somewhere. I'm gonna set him up here. I'll find some spot to stick him. Oh my gosh, there's just so much cute stuff in here, honestly. I did pretty good with these magazines. One way, some owls. Oh, I'm trying to stay in camera. Sunflowers, word search. It's a tarot card with you know what on it. That's funny. I think I was just going to cover that part up. Beautiful and abundant. Maybe. Some more LaCroix things. 100 years. A skunk. A skunk. I'm not seeing a bee yet. I'm sure I have a bee. I probably have a bee. So much harder when you don't have, you know, your ephemera that's just ready to go. But if you want to do a true junk journal, this is how you have to do it. You have to just chop it up and look for things. Some old bookmarks I had. Any bees? I know I had like a magazine that had like it was talking about raising bees. So I thought I had cut some out. It's taking me too long, so more birds. Like a frame. Some of these are from my scrapbook.com magazine. Alright, look at these brushes. I cut up little brushes I found in my art magazine. I thought I'd make a page with this. Sometime. Alright, not seeing any bees. What do these say? Call the road, no. Get creative, no. All-day tradition, no. Enjoy your memories. Not really. I'm going to put this on the top of the page. The thing women have yet to learn is nobody gives you power, you just take it. Roseanne Barr. Doesn't really fit my picture. Only through focus can you do world-class things, no matter how capable you are. We are all dreaming of some magical rose garden over the horizon instead of enjoying the roses. We need that with roses. Pleasing country. Yes, I can. No. None of these are saying use me. I won't spend too much more time on this. I probably should put all these labels in a label book. That would make life a little easier. Picture this. I love it. Some of these I was just cutting for the letters, and I was going to piece together letters. Like this isn't for the words that it says. It's for literally the individual letters. Like a lot of them that don't make any sense. I don't like some change it. No. No, sparkle. No. Remember where you started. Be kind to yourself. These are all pink. That's not going to work. Spring. It's purple. So Far Beautiful and Abundant might be the one to go with. Inspiration. Stews. I was just seeing if I had something that really worked well. I may not. Labels are a little trickier when doing this. Beautiful. It's at least green. Beautiful. Delight yourself in the little things. I like the colors. All right, let's set that there and that there. All right. There's that. Pile my labels back in there. One more pile here. Still didn't find a bee. I need like an envelope of just animals and insects or something. That'll help. I'll probably do that over the next break, because I think it'll help me find things. What's that? That's a moth. A hat. Lots of little flowers. A honey. Little bear. There's a lemon. Could use the lemon. This was like a measuring thing for jeans, like a jean ad. A measuring tape. Celebrate. There's a butterfly. Could put that butterfly. Colors are right. Alright, maybe I'll do that instead of a bee, because I don't see a bee. A couple of different butterflies. I like that one. Yeah. That should be enough. Let's have this one. Where'd that other one go? Better not lose my picture. I'm trying to bury my picture I had out. Don't do that. I do not want to spend an hour looking for another one. Okay, we got lemon, we got a butterfly, we got flowers, a couple of flowers here. I think I'm going to go with this flower for sure. And then possibly, I'm going to say the green's best, I think. All right. let's see. We're going to tear some green, see what it looks like. The labels. Okay, let's go with this. All right, so we're going to make a tag out of this. Okie dokie. So the back, I'll probably just throw like writing paper on it, which I have like a whole pack of that too. I'm gonna tear it. That's pretty much. Let's see if I can get it to tear right. Much trickier with my finger. Not sure if I'm going to tear the top edge or not. I think I want some blue too. Let me just think about how I want to do it. Do a tiny edge. And just a tiny edge of yellow. Might tear both sides of that. Right, a little bit of yellow. Decide if I want it straight. Don't want it straight. All right, let's just get the green on there, I think. Debating if I want to tear that top. So for this, I think I'm going to ink it. Do I have like a yellow? What do you got? I know I have a yellow. I also have a green. I'll use this archival green because then I don't have to worry about it coming off. But I need cardboard. Cardboard. All right, let's ink this up a little bit. I just want a little bit of a color on there. Is that the right one? I hope so. I think it is. Just gonna around this edge just some. Well, this was sanded, so who knows how this will go on. It's probably going to have some weird texture, but that's okay. It's going to look collagey. I just don't want it plain. I'll go ahead and do some on the back too. And I'll probably put paper on the back. Well, I'm not saying probably because I know I will. I'll put some sort of paper on the back. But we'll keep the color the same. This matches those leaves pretty well. I'm leaving some of that blue show through too. This poor thing, I need to replace it. I'm horrible on my poor little daubers. Always eating them up. Okay. Alright, let's glue that on there. I think I'm going to tear it. I wasn't going to, but I think I will. Hopefully I made it big enough. I think I can do it. Okay. That works. Alright, and glue. We'll go with Fabri-Tac. Did I cut all those by hand, or do you have a scan and cut? I fussy cut them by hand. Over time, it's not like I sat in one night and did it all. This is like, some of this I did last year, so some of it's from last year, and then I've probably spent another, we'll say 2 hours fussy cutting, I would say. But yes, I did it by hand. I did it the old-fashioned way. Pair of scissors, sitting on the bed watching TV. I just bring my scissors, bring a little bucket for the trash, and turn on the TV and fussy cut. Usually something that doesn't require a whole lot of attention. I'm just kind of winging this. I don't know what it's going to look like. Hopefully it'll look okay. All right, and we're going to cut this guy out because he's too big right now. But we're going to go, I think, along maybe that leaf. Where is my scissors? So let's try leaving this one leaf here. Nice. Now I can just cut that off there. Just a little bit of red there. I don't like. I'm not sure what it's from, but we're gonna take it off. There. There. That works. Okay, so we'll glue that down. Now, fabric tack is your best bet for magazine images, or if you have to, like a glue stick. I'll show you the difference. If don't use art glitter, don't use PVA because it wrinkles too bad. Fabric tack does not wrinkle as bad on these thin magazine images. And you get a much smoother piece. So, you know me, I like to do tests because I want to see how it's going to work for me. So I do tests all the time. So here's my test, okay? This is art glitter applied directly to the image back, okay? So I put it on the back just like I just did there. That's what you get. See all those bubbles and wrinkles? Okay. And then this was PVA, then the same way. Also bubbly and wrinkly. This fabric tack, not bubbly and wrinkly. Okay. And then I tried putting the art glitter on the cardstock and flattening it out with a squeegee. And then putting it down. And you can kind of do that and get rid of most of them, but it will still sometimes have little bits that still kind of bubble up on you. But the fabric tack is definitely your best bet for doing that. And then I went ahead and tested it on the shiny side too, just to see how it did, if there was any difference. And the fabric tack still worked best. I did a glue stick just to see. Glue stick works fine, but I'm telling you, in 5 years, that's going to fall off of there. Because, you know, glue sticks, they just don't. They don't want to stay forever. They tend to dry out, and I don't know if they've gotten better over time, but I had a dollhouse that I made for my kids when they were little, and it lasted about 5 years before the walls started peeling off. And I put it on there with like a double stick tape thing. Double stick tape and glue sticks they just tend to fall off over time. All right, so we got that. That's cute. It needs something, like a word maybe. Let's see. We got beautiful in green. That works, I think. So I'm just going to give it a little better shape. want to kind of do a wavy kind of thing. Just because. I'm just wiggling the scissors. So I got like a little more of a wavy edge on there. I'm not inking this. This is just not inked. Where did my tweezers go? There they are. So anytime you're new to something and you're learning about it, do tests. I do them all the time. You know, if I'm not sure how a glue is going to work or whatever I'm using is going to work, I do a test. And then, you know, then I can see how's it going to look if I do that. All right, so there's that. What about this little butterfly? I was thinking about putting him on the top, but I might put him here. I could put him down here. It's like, do I want to cover the flower some? I think I do. I thought about putting them down here, but I think I want them up here. I was going to put them on the page, but I like them better on the tag, so he's going on the tag. He's going on the tag. But fussy cutting seems tedious and awful, but I'll tell you, if you're just sitting and watching TV and doing it, it's not that bad. It's really not. Just have a good pair of scissors. Don't use some cheap pair of scissors. It's going to hurt your hands. Do have a good pair of scissors. It doesn't make a big difference. Like these Tim Holtz scissors, these are like cushy. So I don't get the hand fatigue that I used to get with my hard Fiskars when I would try to use those. It's just a lot more. I'm trying to see if that's, I can't tell if it's laying down. Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's see what this is looking like. I might have it poking out some. All right, where's that lemon at? Where can we do with this lemon? Maybe. Any other words like this to light yourself in the little things? I'm going to do it on this. I should do it on my table, but I'm just going to put it there. Lemon. I'm just going to stick it there. But if you don't have magazines, you guys can go on Nextdoor, or if you have Free Cycle Group or something like that, and just put a plea out for magazines and you will get tons. There's lots of people have magazines that they're just sitting around and they want to get rid of. I happen to have a whole stack of Mother Earth news that I'd been hoarding for probably 10 years. And so that's why a lot of my stuff is nature related. And then I had a couple of scrapbook.coms and maybe one or two Women's Day. But you'd be surprised the images you can find. All right, that's cute. It's a little bit crooked, but it's a tad crooked. That's okay. Debate if I want to have that sticking out some, I think. I might round the edges. So we'll find some paper, put a little drop right here. bugging me. All right, let's find my rounder. Save that for something. Probably should have done this before I put the back, but I think I'm gonna put the back inside so it won't matter. Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, I'm not inking this. You could ink it, but this is kind of, I don't know, it's just not vintagey looking to me, so I tend to not ink the things that are more brighter like this. You could if you wanted, but I think that is just adorable, just like it is. It's just junk. All right, papers. So I have a package of papers here. It's called lined papers. So let's find something in here. Things like calendar backs or old note pages, kids, like your kids' old school books where they used half of their spiral notebook. Use that stuff. Don't waste it. Dig it out and use it. But I got a lot of things in here. I'm sure I have something I can fit onto the back of this. So like these little calendar note things. This was from a calendar. It's the contact thing on the back, but the color is perfect, so we're going to use that. But yeah, just go through. You'll have tons, trust me. Like me, and you save stuff all the time. A lot of these are calendars. Calendars almost always have some sort of a writing area, and then just plain ones from envelopes and things like that. But this is my line stuff that I put together. We're going to use this pretty green one I just happen to have. And I'm going to just tear it out, I think. I'll use my tear ruler for this one. I'm not going to leave the notes part on there. I could, but I'm not going to. Could ink this one if you wanted, maybe with the green. Let me see if I have a distress ink or something. I have a green in here. I have a patina. What else do I have? I have this. What color is this? Patina. Let's try that, see what that looks like. Just give it a little bit of contrast here. I can do it. This paper's super thin. Very, very, very thin. This was from one of those little teeny tiny calendars that you get. They're like wallet size. Well, they're like checkbook size, you know, old checkbook size. Gosh, do people still use checkbooks? Had a really cute one, which I'll probably get some sayings out of it because it's super cute, and I don't have anything really personal in it. It's just my pill taking one for reminding me. But it had like notebook papers, has like some sayings in it, like little sayings for different things. And then I think this is where that paper came from, but it might have been a different one like this. Yeah, I think it was a different one, but it was this type of a small calendar. So look and see if you have any old ones of those. They can be good for finding writing papers and stuff. For this, I think I'll go with glue stick. It's so thin that I know for sure any glue I use is probably going to show on it. So because of that, I will go with glue stick. If you're worried about it falling off, you can always just throw a tiny bit of art glitter on the edges, but it'll probably be fine. Make sure I'm the direction, not that I don't think it has a direction. Make sure you got your edges. If you have any edges that aren't quite down, I highly suggest, I don't want that. Grab your art glitter. That's the one you wanted. Where'd you put it? You hit it. Oh, there it is. Just tack down the edge because I'm not worried about it wrinkling a little bit on the very edge. But I definitely don't want my bottom edge coming up. So, a good idea to kind of tack that down. Just to be sure, that way it doesn't snag and start causing problems. If it doesn't wrinkle on you too much, you can do it beforehand, but it was starting to roll too much. Okay. There we go. Cute. There's a cute little page. I put it in there really crooked, but that's okay. It's straight on this side. I think my bag is probably just crooked, but it's a little bit crooked on this side. But we got a little tag with a butterfly and some writing space. I can leave the butterfly up there, show a little bit. Cute. All right, what time is it? 10:40. Let's see. I might do some painting on some of these painted pages. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I want to use these somewhere. He'll look really good on just a white piece. Cat hairs. Do y'all want me to get the kitty? I can grab him. He's only like 10 feet from me. It's not that far. I think I hear Dave out there. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put that there. It looks cute. It's just a little something, and I don't know that I'll find another spot I want to stick it, so it just gives a little decoration right there. I like it. It's just cute. So I'm gonna stick it there. And it's just the back page of this particular signature, so. This was probably from my scrapbook.com magazine. Looking at it, I'm 99% sure that's what it was. I get those when I order off of scrapbook.com. They will often have their magazine as a free gift. And they, of course, have all kinds of cute stuff in there. got this one. I'll probably put this one on another page similar, but not right this second. All right. Do you want me to grab the kitty? Nobody's here. Who's here? There's a few people here. Who said they wanted to see the kitty? Was it Kim? All right, Kim, you still here? You can always watch the replay, but I'll go grab him. It's going to take me a second. I don't know how he'll act. I haven't put him up here. All right. Here, y'all look at the pretty little picture. I'll put my mic down. Get my mic on. I'll hear you purring. You're purring. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's see. I'll take up the whole area. Say hi, kitty. Can you look up? I know. What do you think? He's like, I don't know. I'm not supposed to be up here. He's big. Look how big he's gotten. Let's see if I can hold him. See? He's gotten really, really big. Super, super fast. But he's a sweetie. He sticks his tongue out all the time. He does that little tongue thing. Is he doing it? I think he's doing the tongue thing. He's a big one. Kitty. All right, don't get into nothing in a few minutes. He's like, but there's 200 papers on the floor for me to eat. Yeah. All right, guys, that is our live. So it did a little bit. We didn't get as far as I would like to, but I covered a lot of stuff. And I will be back on Friday, and we'll do some more. Where did I put that tag? It's in here somewhere. Where is it? It's on the other side of the calendar. There it is. Okay, found it. All right, so I'll be back on Friday, and I will see you guys then. I'll try to organize some of these cutouts. Try to make it a little bit easier. I know, now you're gonna cry. He's a talker too. Aren't you, boy? All right, I'll see you guys soon. He's like, you must have woke me up to feed me. All right, y'all take care. Bye-bye.